Hi everyone, welcome along to today's video. First review of a product for 2022, and today we're going to be looking at this item here. There we are, and it's a door peephole viewer, but not the sort you used to have in your door where you put your eye up to have a look. It kind of comes high tech, and you have this screen on the inside of the door to see who is there. This is a smart device, so it also can use your mobile phone to tell you when someone is at the door, and also you can speak to them directly by using your mobile phone, as long as you've got a signal, of course. Everything comes at a price. So ideally, if you've got a door peek viewer, you can just replace this device straight in its place. But if you haven't and you've got a wooden door, then you can drill it out and fit this if you're so inclined. So let's have a little bit of a closer look at it and see what you get in the box. Here's a look at it then, unpacked out of the box. What do you get? Your usual EEC conformity thing, a quick start guide, and as you can imagine you will need a magnifying glass to read that. At least I do. What else you get? The actual viewer that goes on the back of the door. This is the peephole device that fits around the other side. It connects through with this lead here, as you can see, that will go into the back of the camera. This is the mounting plate. I'll show you how that goes in a minute. USB lead to charge it up, and these are the various lengths of bolts that are given to you. Depending on the depth of your door, you can use whichever ones of those is the closest fit. But it's a great idea because it does enable you to fit variable widths of door to get it connected onto. So all it is now is to link it up. We'll just show it linking it up, and then we'll go through all the features. Now then, unfortunately I'm not actually going to be able to show you this mounted in my front door, as I don't have a peephole to replace it with, but more importantly I have a metal door, double glazed aluminium, and I'm certainly not drilling that. So I'm just going to kind of show you it as it would be in place. Here then, the main items that matter, isn't it? This is the camera and our viewer. This is the back side of them. If you're moving on to the camera, you see there's an up sign there, so you know you get it right way up. There's some sticky tape you peel off. When you push it through your peephole, it will stick firmly to the inside of that. Now, you'll know you get it up the right way because when you turn it up, it should be reading like that. EZVIZ on the front, okay? So, to our viewer, the back end of our viewer now, this has this connector here to go on here, and it clamps into here. I'll take it round like that. There's two little slots, you can't miss it. You know it goes in, and that's in there now. So that notwithstanding, we then have our back plate, which is this, and it sits in like that and pushes in like that clamp. If you ever need to take it off, the device off to charge it, you just push this button at the bottom of the camera. Okay, so it's fairly simple to remove the actual video player, as it were, our little device off the door to charge it up when needed. Right, I'll put it on the counter here, kind of sideways on the back end of each other, as it were, and there's our doorbell outside. So if I rung the doorbell, this will happen, and immediately you can see through the viewer there, showing just a bit of my kitchen and out the passageway there. So, because we rang the doorbell just now, I've got this notification came up on my phone. Somebody there rung the door. Yeah. Right, so once you have downloaded the app to your phone, you will get this page here. This is the general one for profile, album, general settings, family and guests, cloud play, and smart integrations. So there's a few bits on the main page. One of the very first things I do like about this on the settings is the do not disturb one. You know, you sometimes just don't want to be disturbed all the time, do you? So it's great you can turn it off. Right, so I've switched to live view now. It's just my camera there that's just showing the tiles at the back kitchen. I did a good job on those, what do you reckon? let's now go through the modes, the most important ones on the settings. User mode here, this is one of the very important ones, and it kind of gives you a guide to how the battery is going to work out in the different modes. Performance uses more, obviously, battery power. Power saving mode, most important one. Super power saving, that's probably when you do get your 90 days. And working modes, all configurable under that setting. Next, the most important one again is intelligent detection. That's this one here. Let's get him going. And a PRIR, infrared detection is enabled, but you can set the sensitivity, which is very important, because if you think about it, if you lived with a house with your front door right on the street, or indeed only maybe got a small garden at the front 10 or 20 feet deep, there's a possibility you would pick up every passerby that went by, every car, every dog, and the thing would be endlessly going. So this is a very important one. This sensitivity is the one. You've got to kind of bring that right down. If you live too close to the street, say indeed if your front door's on the street, I would probably say this device isn't for you. Okay, it has its limitations, always, everything does, doesn't it? Next up one then, the notifications, how you want to be notified. There's an audible notification, a message notification, and an answer doorbell call. And I think that's the good one that I really like, because when you're away, when that's enabled, a call page will be displayed on your app after the doorbell is pressed. So you get that, and you can actually then talk to whoever is at the door directly. There's also offline notification. Next one up, the audio. There we have it there, and this one is just enabled for live viewing recorded videos, device voice prompt, and voice changing intercom settings. This one's interesting. Uncle tone or clown tone, that's probably the one for me, yeah. Next up is image here, and you can see my tiles there, look great, don't they, in the kitchen. Auto recommended. Obviously you've got different settings on there, enforcing day mode and enforcing night mode. So you've got infrared on here. Automatically switches to that, by the way. Once it gets dark, the infrared automatically comes on. You don't have to switch anything or mess about with it at all. Next up is screen setting. This one here, and it's basically automatic wake up if you want, and brightness. When someone's detected, basically the screen will automatically wake up with higher power consumption. That one, I think that's a good one to have myself. Next one's just a light. This is for the doorbell indicator there. And lastly, one of the most important ones, the battery. It says there's 96%, but if you can't see that, we can click it over. There's 98% remaining. Bottom list of items then, the last ones is the cloud storage, which is optional. You do get a free trial. Record list, SD card, that's the one I always use and the one I prefer, and obviously that costs you nothing apart from the price of the card. There's some security settings in there for more security with the actual network of the thing, and device information. And that's about it really. It's a great little device. I've given it lots of tries, walking around trying to click it off and see if it works and how it goes, and it seems pretty good. I'll just give you a show of it, just showing you a bit of video up the garden, just so you can see the quality of the actual camera. Right, quick little view for the viewer there, and you can see Mo's chomping at a long milk can she likes down there, and a little view of the garden. There we are. I can't get it straight, I've got it holding in my other hand. There we are. How's that? Okay, well that's about it then. The EZVIZ door viewer. Come here, Mo. If this is your cup of tea, then I think it's a great idea, especially if you're out most of the day working and you really do want to see who's calling at your door. It's very handy. I did forget to show you there's another little mode in here called a door loitering mode, where it catches someone who's loitering around your door, and if they're longer than a set time you set it to, then that activates you as well. But just another little extra, but I forgot. Anyway, no worries. Basically, this is either for you or it isn't. You either want to stick with your old door viewer you put your eye to and do that, or something a little bit more advanced and a little bit more capable in this day and age. So it's got its pros and its cons, like everything. If it's for you, I'll give you the link for it in the video description below. I think personally it's a great idea. Anyway, I think that's about it though. All my stuff, you know where to go. Usual place, Derriton33. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye. Go on, Mo. Let's go.